Continuing with the cardiovascular system, cardiac volume pressure loop. We'll talk more in pathology for the usage of that loop, but here we want to understand how that graph is constructed and what does it mean. I think it is a very high yield topic and it might actually appear in your exams. So the loop is normally drawn like this. So there are two axes. One axis is the volume and the other axis is the pressure. Volume is in milliliters and pressure is in millimeter of mercury. Usually what it is really the volume in the ventricles. So you could have this instead of 130 up to 140, 150. So from 0 to 150 milliliters of volume, let me just make it 150 so we become consistent with here we have 140. So 140. I had done the cardiac cycle. This is related to the cardiac cycle. So these are two lectures that are back to back. Now here is the pressure. So pressure goes from 0 to 150 millimeter of mercury. Now how does this work? What happens is, let's start with the ventricle that is empty and now it is going into filling. So that on the cardiac cycle is the ventricle that is filling here. When the ventricle starts filling and then when the atria contracts, as we have discussed in the cardiac cycle, at some point the pressure in the ventricle would start going above the atrial pressure. So let's see. Pressure in the ventricle is 0, volume in the ventricle is 50. This is the volume that is mostly present, that is the end systolic volume or the volume that is present there in the ventricle, and ventricle starts filling. As it starts filling, the pressure also starts changing, and you know that the ventricular filling phases, we have rapid filling, we have slow filling, and then we have atrial contraction. Ultimately this line is where the filling finishes. So that is this line here. The filling finishes here, and what is the pressure at this time? We have about above the atria. So let's say 8 millimeters. At this time, when the pressure becomes 8 millimeter, ventricle has now started contracting. When it is contracting, the first thing, at this pressure, which valve will close? AV valve closes. What sound will appear when the AV valve closes? We did that in the cardiac cycle. The S1 heart sound will be heard here. Now the ventricle starts contracting and the pressure would start. Now volume will not change. If it is 140 milliliter, the volume is going to stay 140. But the pressure is going to change. That is equal to this one. Isovolumetric pressure change. Volume is not changing, but the pressure is changing. So how much pressure would change? Maybe it would go up to 120, 130, 140. So let's say 120 for our case. 120 millimeter. But as it goes up, you know here that near 80 degrees, the aortic valves would open up and the ejection would start. So when we reach about 80 here, 80 millimeters of pressure, ejection has started. So which valves have opened up? Aortic valve opened up. So I'll put that here. Aortic valve open. That would create ejection. Ejection means as the blood is getting out, what would happen to the volume in the ventricle? Volume will reduce. So this is what confuses the students. Why did this loop? Well, guys, we are talking about the volume here. It was 140. Now we are ejecting the blood. So as we eject the blood from the ventricle, the volume in the ventricle is going to reduce. So back towards 50. But do you think the pressure is also reducing? Should we keep it the same, 80? Should we bring it up? Should it bring it down? So this is pressure side. If you see the cycle here, even when the volume is reducing, pressure is actually increasing. Pressure is actually increasing. So pressure increases like this. Ultimately, it reaches a spot back here where the aortic valves close. no more ejection because the pressure is now lesser than aortic pressure. So let me make that, I'll bring that to about 100 here. So that is the pressure. When it reaches about 100, that is where aortic valve closes. And as soon as the aortic valve closes, which sound will appear? S2 sound. So S2 sound here. Then will start the isovolumetric relaxation. What does that mean? Aortic valve is closed, AV valve is closed, ventricle is relaxing. So do you think volume will change? No, it is isovolumetric relaxation. Do you think pressure would change? Yes, ventricle is relaxing, so the pressure would change. So pressure would start dropping. And finally, back here. So what will happen? This AV valve had closed there. When we reach near 0, AV valve will open. Filling would start again and the process starts. So just follow AV valve, where does it open, where it closes, where does the aortic valve open, here, and where it closes. In this one, this is the filling phase, diastolic phase. This is isovolumetric contraction. This is ejection phase that includes the rapid ejection and slow ejection. Then this is isovolumetric relaxation phase, and then the filling phase again. This is a cardiac loop. In the exam, what will happen is they'll give you scenarios where the loop is shifted to the right, or this area is shifted to the right and this is shifted to the left, or the pressure has increased. You have to figure out what is the situation with the heart. Is it in higher contractility? Is the force of contraction higher? Is it a failing heart? Is it a compensated heart? And we'll talk about that as we do the pathology of this of the heart and use the same loop in there. Thank you.